Okay, hey everybody, welcome to the lab. So today we're going to start off, I'm just going to move this down here. So we're going to start off with this chemical properties and physical properties lab. So I got a test tube and some water, so I'm going to put some water in the test tube, a little bit more than half full, and then I'm going to put it back in there. I'm going to take my copper 2 sulfate, okay, and I'm going to put a scoop of copper 2 sulfate into there. Then I'm going to take a stopper, just put it on lightly, and gently give it a shake until the copper 2 sulfate dissolves. Okay, so if we look here, we can see most of the copper 2 sulfate has dissolved, and we've changed the water to a blue. Okay, so we've got our copper 2 sulfate, which we can see here is the blue liquid. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take a little tiny bit of steel wool that you can see there, and we're going to add it into the test tube, and then we're going to give it a little stir with the stir stick, okay? And we want to see what happens. So we put it in, okay, and we're going to put it down into, and we're just going to give it a little stir around to see what is happening. Okay, and so if we look closely here at the steel wool that's in the copper 2 sulfate. Okay, so here we are with station 3 of the chemical and physical reactions lab. So with this one here, we're going to, I've got some materials here. So I've got a flask with hydrogen chloride, or HCl, in it. Okay, and that's a hydrochloric acid is another way, which is another way to look at it. But it does, it is an acid, so it does cause a little bit of reaction. Got a little bit of magnesium here, so magnesium strip. You can see there, a little bit of magnesium, pure element magnesium. So I'm going to take a test tube, and I'm going to add in a pipette or 4 or 5 droplets of the hydrochloric acid, or the HCl. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, put the rest back in here and put the cover back on. And so now I'm going to drop in a part of the magnesium, and we're going to see what kind of reaction takes place. So we're going to put it in the test tube, swirl it around, and then we're gently going to feel the bottom to see if there is a reaction. So just let me move this out of the way. I'm going to put this up here close. So I'm going to drop it in. I'm going to swirl it around on the bottom. And if you feel the bottom, okay, you can see that there's bubbling taking place. Okay. And if I feel the bottom, there's actually a little bit of heat being released from the magnesium and the reaction between. Ouch, get a little hot. All right, so we've got, you can see it swirling, you can see the change in color. All right, and there is a little bit of heat being released as well. Okay, so you need to use that information to answer the questions on station 3. Okay, now this is the next station in our activity. This is station 4, which we're going to now combine. In here I have potassium iodide. So I'm going to take some potassium iodide in the pipette. Okay, and I'm going to, let's just move this here to the front. I'm going to add it to this test tube. Put the cover back on that. I'll just lift that up there so you can see it for a second. I'm going to move this back over out of the way because we don't want to cross-contaminate the silver nitrate with the potassium. So in here, I have silver nitrate, which is AgNO3, and the potassium iodine is Ki. So I'm going to take this now and get a full of silver nitrate. We're going to add that to the pipette, and you can see what happens. Okay, so instantaneous reaction there. So when we place about the same amount in, you actually see something occurring. Okay, so you need to use that information to answer the question on your sheet for station 4. Okay, so we've dulled the lights here now for this one. Okay, so again, we're going to place our magnesium ribbon. So lights are off. So this time we've got the magnesium ribbon, and we're going to combine it with the flame. So you can see the magnesium ribbon is here. And when we put it into the flame, okay, we get a reaction. And it's up to you to decide whether it's a chemical or a physical reaction. You can see here, okay, what happens as it catches. All right, so we'll put that out there, cover up our flame here, and that's station 5.